guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's another day, another video, and today we are going to be making yogurt. Like, I just want to get straight to the point. Today there are no other stories in between. So yeah, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, and for all of you, give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and leave a comment down below so that I can know you are here. Other than that, let's get down to the video. And I need a good phone because I am doing the intro here just because of the lighting, because when I do it in the kitchen it's so grainy. Anyway, let's get down to the video. Okay, so what you need for this recipe is milk. I'll be using 2 liters of milk. Yeah, so you can use 1 liter, you can reduce to like, or you can increase to 3 liters, whichever you fancy. So I'm using 2 liters and I'll tell you why in a minute. Then yeah, so in this video I'm going to talk about 2 different ways of making yogurt. You can use already made yogurt in the supermarket. Let me see if I have some in the fridge. So unfortunately, this is the only yogurt I have left in the fridge that my baby could not finish, and I'm not even sure he will take it anymore. Anyway, so you can just use any yogurt in your local supermarkets. I see people recommending to use a bio yogurt. Yeah, but this one works also. Like any yogurt just works, so long as it has culture. It has let's see, yeah, so long as it has this beneficial live culture, the staphylococcus and something lactobacillus bulgaricus, those ones, food scientists will understand what that is. So long as a yogurt has that, you can use it to make your own homemade yogurt. So this one I'll dispose of because today I have the actual live culture. I won't use the yogurt, I'll use actual live cultures. So let me show you that. So I have, this is the first type of culture I have, and this is the second one. So this is how the first culture looks like. So this is live culture, for those who don't know. It looks like that. And this is the second one. It looks like that. So you can buy culture in your local stores. They come in different sizes, like the three sachet one is 1600, 5 sachet is 3000, and then 10 sachets is 5000. And yeah, so I personally got my culture from a friend, but you can buy the same culture in stores in Kenya. You can get it in Planet Yogurt Junction or Wakulima Daily Limited or SNO Creams or at White Cow Greek Yogurt. To get the right thickness of yogurt, you need to heat your milk to around 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so once you boil, your milk boils at around 180. So you let it cool to around 110, 112 degrees Celsius. If you don't have a thermometer, how you tell is once you start seeing bubbles at the edges, that is how you know it's ready. Okay, so for me, I'll wait until the cream is melted, and then I know it's hot enough. Not boiling, but hot enough. So I realized you are seeing me halfway. Anyway, what I'm saying is, as the milk warms up, I'm going to be preheating my oven because I'm using an oven to incubate the milk. But if you don't have an oven, don't worry, you just take a warm blanket, like the warmest blanket you can have in your house, and then you're going to wrap it up, and that warmth will be enough to make your yogurt. Okay, so let me preheat the oven and then I'll give you the next step in a second. So you can see the bubbles I was talking about on the edges. Like it's about to boil, but it's not boiling. Okay, so that is what you need. So we're going to sieve it and then continue the process. So as we sieve the milk, I wanted to say something. When you're making your own homemade yogurt, it is not necessary that you have the starter culture, because one, it's very expensive to buy a culture just for homemade milk if you're not doing it for business. But if you're doing it for business, you better invest in a good starter culture, because okay, let's say if a starter culture is 10 sachets for 5,000 shillings. That makes one sachet 500 bob. And one sachet comes like 13 grams, which is in 50 liters. Like you use it to make 50 liters of milk. Okay, so one sachet, if you're making just 1 liter of milk, you just need like a pinch. And that price is too expensive for it, so it's better if you're using if you're making yogurt for just your family or something, just use the bio yogurt and it will give you the same results. But if you're doing it like for commercial purposes, you can buy the sachet ones. So if you want thick yogurt, if you can get milk that is not pasteurized directly from your cow, no, okay, not necessarily your cow, like directly from a cow, that one will give you thick milk. Also, don't use a metallic container to make your like yogurt, and don't use a metallic spoon to you know, stir your yogurt. So those are tips I'm giving you. So yeah, so I'll personally be using my Kamwiko, and I'm gonna divide my milk into two because I have two different cultures and I want to see which one is better than the other, not for any particular reason. So if you're having like, if you're using yogurt, you can just add a whole container of 20 to 50 ml. So, but for culture you use very little, kidogo sana. So this culture A, I'm going to take a pinch like that, and I'm going to add it there. That is culture A. I'm going to wash my hand, and I'm going to use culture 2. Pinch. So here are some of the advantages of taking probiotics in yogurt, like that one that has used live culture, like the one I just showed you. So you can pause the video to read and understand why it's important for you to drink yogurt. We are only stirring until the culture is well dissolved, and at this point it is where you also add your sugar and your vanilla essence if you want vanilla yogurt, if you want your strawberry yogurt. I only happened to have vanilla essence in the house, so that is what I will be using for both of my milk. I wish I got strawberry though, but if you have, this is the point where you add. The amount of sugar you add really depends on your taste. If you like sugary yogurt too much or kidogo, it's up to you. Me, I used my eyes until my ancestors were like, it's enough. Anyway, yeah, so you add your sugar and then you add your essence and you stir a little bit more, then cover it with cling film, preferably airtight. Okay, you cover it very well, and then you incubate either in your oven or you wrap it up in your very warm blanket. So yeah, so just to make sure that my milk was well covered, I added a metallic lid over it, but you can add a towel if you have kitchen towels. And then if you're using an oven, you don't want it to be heating at the time your milk is in there, so you switch it off and leave the light on such that it remains warm over the hours that you're putting your milk in there. Then once you put it, do not shake it at any point. Okay, so for me, I put a lid over it just to make sure it's airtight, and then I put them in the oven. All right,
early the next morning.
okay, so here is the difference between using a blanket and an oven. If you use a blanket, you're going to wait for 24 hours. Also, if you're not using a starter culture, if you're using the bio yogurt, please wait for more hours, like 24 hours before you open it up. But since I was using a culture, I only had to wait for 12 hours. Okay, so 8 to 12 hours, the milk will have fermented, and then you will see. So yeah, so this is the next morning and I am checking to see how far the yogurt had gotten. So in one of the batches, and sorry, I have my kid on one hand, that is why I'm using one hand. So one of the batches needed a little bit more time to ferment, so that is why it was so still liquid. It was getting there, but it was still liquid. And the other batch is the one that fermented really well in that time frame that I put. So this is how the yogurt turned out, and all you need to do at this point is stir it up to make a smooth consistency of yogurt. So yeah, it comes out like that, and I really love it. I hope you try this recipe at home. Let me know how it turns out. And again, you don't need the starter culture to have this thickness. In my next video, I will use an actual bio yogurt, and you will see there won't be any difference in the consistency or the thickness. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this far. Let me know what you think about the yogurt down below. Like, comment, and share with a friend who would like to try out this recipe. Okay, so it tasted really yummy, so at this point I really needed to taste it, and yeah, I did. So yeah, for the other batch, I did not throw. What I did, I covered it again with cling film, and then I added a warm towel on top of it because I was thinking maybe the warmth was not enough for it to ferment. So once I added the towel, I put it back in the oven and waited until evening, and yeah, it turned out okay. Like, after uncovering it in the evening of that day, like 6 hours or 8 hours later, it was the same consistency as the other one. So once the yogurt is ready, you're just going to put it in glass jars or glass containers and refrigerate it for, it can go for about a week. To be honest, ours is over at this point, like, which is a day or two later. So yeah, I feel like this is a very economical way to make your own yogurt at home, given how expensive it has become in the market. Yeah, so mine I put in a mason jar, and the other one was in a bottle, and then put it in the fridge for use later. So that is the thickness, and I love it. I hope you do love it too. If you try it out, tag me so that I can see. And yeah, thank you for watching this far.